everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here, this is Sriparna. Hope all of you are doing well. So, we have already discussed with you all the parts of teaching aptitude for a long time. It includes nature of teaching, objectives of teaching, characteristics, and basic requirements of teaching, classroom management skills, and different types of teaching methodology, etc. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check it once. I think it will be a really helpful session to everyone. So today we are going to start a practice question session on the very first chapter, that is teaching aptitude according to the current syllabus. So basically it is going to be a 8th session on it, and if you have any doubts, please check my previous sessions and feel free to ask any question in my comment section. I will reply you. So let's start the session and move on the main slide. So here we can see the first question: what should be done so that latecomers also come on time for class? So there are 4 options. The first option is punishments. 1 minute. Okay, so the first option is punish them. Second option is do not let them enter the class. Third option is inform their parents, and the fourth option, that is report to the principal. So at first the teacher do inform their parents of the latecomers. Okay, so what should be done so that latecomers also come on time for class? So they inform their parents. So option number C is the correct answer. Now going to the second question: evaluation should be. There are 4 options: continuous, quarterly, annually, and monthly. Obviously evaluation should be continuous, and continuous, option number A is the correct answer. So evaluation must be continuous in the classroom or in any educational environment. Okay, so now move on to the next slide. So here, this is the third question. If you do not know the answer of a student's question, then you ignore him. You means teacher. Teacher ignore him and his question. Now going to the second option, the teacher tell him to not ask such type of questions. Option number 3, the teacher tell him that you will find the answer and let him know by the next class. And option number D is discourage him from asking such type of questions. So obviously as a teacher, you always tell him you will find the answer, so let him know by the next class. So option number C is the correct answer for the particular question. If the teacher do not know the answer, if you, that means the teacher, okay, if you do not know the answer of a student's question, then you tell him that you will find the perfect answer for this question and let him know by the next class positively. Okay, now going to the fourth question: the standard of education can be improved by. So now going to the next slide for our options. Okay, so there are 4 options. The first option is increasing the salaries of teachers. Second option is amending the syllabus. Third option is improving infrastructure of the building, and fourth one or last one, that is continuous evaluation of students. So obviously the standard of education can be improved by continuous evaluation of students. Not depends on the salary of the teacher, not depends on the amending the syllabus, improving the building infrastructure of building. So it basically depends on the evaluation process of the students. Okay, so standard of education denotes or indicates the continuous evaluation of students. So that's why option number D is the correct answer. Now going to the Next question. If a student has problem in understanding your subject, okay, you means here you means the teacher, okay, then you should ask me principal for help. Second option is inform his parents to arrange tuition classes. Option number C is discuss it with him and try to change your approach so that he can understand better. And now going to the fourth option, uh, order intelligent students to help him. But as a teacher, should always discuss it with the student and try to change his or her approach so that he or she can understand better for the problem. Okay, a student has if a student has problem in understanding your uh, subject or your different kinds of different topics on your subject, so then you should discuss it at first with him and try to change your teaching methods, because he or she or the student can understand better. Okay, so I think option number so in this question option number C is the correct answer. Okay, so now move on to the next question. So which is the most desirable outcome of teaching in higher education? Okay, so the first option, increase in student achievement. The second option is increase in level of independent thinking of students. Third option is higher percentage of results, and the fourth option, that is increase in number of students who opt for subject. Okay, so what is the most desirable outcome of teaching in higher education? So always so, option number B is the correct answer, because in higher education system, most desirable outcome of teaching is increase in level of independent thinking, self thinking, self motivational motivational thinking of students. Okay, so I think so that's why option number B is the correct answer. So now move on to the next slide. So the seventh number question is, a teacher should not uh, first option, motivate students. Second option, encourage competition among students. Third option, ask for gifts or favor in return for giving marks to students. And the last option, that is be friendly with students. So obviously option number C is the correct answer. A teacher shouldn't ask for gifts or favor in for giving good marks to students, because according to because as a teacher all students are same. Okay, so not ask for gifts or any favor, any kind of favor uh, for giving good marks, good number to students in different types of examination in school. So I think it's clear. So now going to the next question, how can a teacher establish a good rapport with students? The first option is basically by giving them gifts and chocolates. Now going to the next slide where we can see the rest of the options. So option number B, or the second option, that is telling them important question before exam. Third option, helping them during the exam by telling the answer. And the fourth one, guiding and assisting them in decision making. So always how can so always a teacher establish a good rapport with their students by guiding or assisting them in decision making. So obviously option number D is the correct answer for this particular question. So now going to the ninth number question, the psychological aspects of the classroom are based managed by, okay, managed by the class teacher, subject teacher, principal and students. So obviously the psychological aspects of the classroom are based managed by the class teacher. Basically class teacher is closely related to the classroom. So that's why all psychological part maintained by class teacher only, not the principal, students and the subject teacher. Okay, So now going to the next question. So the next question is failure of teacher to communicate his ideals will to the students may result in classroom indiscipline. Second option is loss of students' interest in the topic being taught. Third option is increased number of absentees in the classroom, and the fourth option, that is all of the above. That means failure of the teacher to communicate his ideals will to the students may result in classroom indiscipline, and loss of students' interest in the topic. So, learner, now going to the next question. So, failure of teacher to communicate his ideals well to the students may result in classroom indiscipline. Second option is loss of students' interest in the topic being taught. Third option, that is increased number of absentees in the classroom, and the fourth option, that is all of the above. So, the answer, obviously the answer is all of the above, because failure of a teacher in the classroom basically to communicate his ideals well to the students, obviously it may result in classroom indiscipline, loss of students interest of subject, and increased number of absentees in the classroom. Okay, so option number D is the correct answer. Now going to the next question. Discussion in class will be more effective if the topic of discussion is. So now going to the next slide where we can see some options for this particular question. So options are not introduced, stated before the start of the discussion, written on the board without introducing it, and the last option, that is informed to the students in advance. So here we can see option number D is the correct answer, inform to the students in advance. So obviously discussion in class, today's topic in class will be more effective if the topic of discussion uh, informed to the students in advance. I think it will be a really helpful technique for maintaining the classroom situation, classroom environment, for maintaining for good classroom management, also for maintaining good classroom management. Okay, I think this is clear. So now move on to the last question for this session, that is who among the following propounded the concept of paradigm. So concept of who is a propounder of the concept of paradigm. There are four options: Peter Haggett, Thomas Kuhn, Von Thunen, and John K. Wright. So the answer is Thomas Kuhn, and Thomas Kuhn is a propounder of the concept of paradigm. So learner, we are done for the today's session. I hope this session will be a very useful to you. If you like my session, do not forget to like, share, comment, and please do some support and subscribe my channel for getting more useful sessions. I will come again with a new session. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Happy learning. Keep commenting. Thank you.